Welcome back, everybody. FSB Racing Friday Night Winston Cup Series. We're back on the air after a 5-week break. Season 38 starts tonight at Pocono. I'm your host, as always, Shawn Reap, with my partner in crime, Milt Minter Jr. How you doing, Milty?
Yeah!
He's
Season
psyched.
5, what is this, 1 million?
1 million?
Hey, you know what? It's Pocono tonight. Like I like to call it, poke. Oh
no! Or Sam likes to call it poke your nose.
Well, this is a great track, the Tricky Triangle. FSB Racing, back again. You know what? This is an awesome track to start with. The three corners, all different. This is a track a road racer loves and a oval racer loves because it has everything.
And those three turns were unique, not just for the sake of being unique. They were modeled after existing tracks that Indy and NASCAR ran at the time. So turn 1 is, they base it on, oh goodness, Trenton, I think. It's based on one of the turns in Trenton.
Yeah.
Turn 2 was based on Indianapolis. It's a 90-degree corner, same banking and everything.
Yeah.
And turn 3 is based off another one of my favorite tracks, Milwaukee, and that's the real key to getting around this place. Yeah. Turn 3, you can be okay in 1 and 2. You got to be perfect in 3. That gets you your big long lead into the straightaway here, where you get so much speed down that front stretch, and carries you into the whole lap. So a very flat. Technical corner there, turn 3. You'll be downshifting. One of the few ovals where it's standard procedure to downshift, and that's where we're going to do it. So transmission, taking care of that transmission is definitely going to be key tonight. Not accidentally shifting down into second, because you see someone do it almost every time. People using sequential, double tap it. That's something to watch out for. One thing you don't have to worry about, you see that huge pit road behind us there. This is one of the easiest pit roads to get on and off of, 55 miles per hour on this 2.5 mile track. But yeah, we're back in business. It's a great track to do it at, and of course, we're excited to be back after a long break. But the calendar being what it is, you can't avoid the elephant in the room, and that we are starting the season on September 11th, 19th anniversary of the terrorist attacks.
Well, I can see, it chokes you up as soon as you say it, because you had, you're from the area and you had family there, and lest we forget, what happened on this day, and we need to be, we're not about politics, we're about sim racing, but lest we not forget this day. So, guys are lining up here. These are some of the best sim racers in the world in NASCAR 2003. You have all different kinds of sims and everything, but with this sim in this league and these rules, I challenge anybody to come and knock these guys off. And we've got them all tonight. All the best. We got Slim Jim Gately on the pole here. And, of course, Doris Mom is in there tonight, right by his side as usual. He's
absolutely, Mama Gately cheering for the pole setter Slim. You got Ken Shea there on the outside, the front row.
We got the Super Bee, the Bumblebee. We got Ken Shea.
Jordan McGregor coming back here, looking for another championship.
For him to qualify up front, he hasn't just been,
look at that.
He's been showing up races like at the last minute and not really showing us what he is capable of tonight. Him qualifying in P2, that shows me that the Bumblebee is really ready for some action.
Also note that the past champions that chose to start in the back last season, looks like that challenge is off the table.
Yeah, that was been there and done that, and they still basically won the championship and finished where they were.
Yeah, Matt Watkins still won it, starting from the back every week. Check out this In-N-Out Burger car in the 90.
Great new paints here, yeah.
That's sweet. And just behind him,
of Ryan Johnson,
fresh out of the booth. I just finished that one up yesterday for Ryan Johnson. A authentic 1988 logo for Buffalo Wild Wings there when they were still called Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck.
Think about this track. It's long, and cautions are long.
Cautions are torture here. Ooh.
You want to hydrate, but you don't want to hydrate too much because you might have to go in the seat, you know.
We got that Logitech car, the 33 Terry Marinero. What's this 58 car here?
Then you got your iconic
Johnny Rockets. All right, Milty. Now I made a deal in the off season. Whoever could guess what I named my Animal Crossing island was exempt from the broadcaster jinx, and we can't pick them.
Animal Crossing Island. What does that mean?
That's a Nintendo game. So there in the Land O'Lakes number 41, Chris Beckman correctly guessed that I named it Darlington. So Chris Beckman has earned himself a season off from being picked and the broadcaster jinx. Okay. So Milty, take it away. Who's your pick?
Okay, I'm going to pick the 52, Rick Johnson. Back there, right where he wants. The 52, the 7-time, 8-time Pro Cup champ. I don't know how many he's won it. The co-goat, as I call him, with Matt Watkins. That's my guy.
All right, and as Slim Jim leads us into turn 1, I don't know. With Doris watching, I don't want to pick him, so I'm going to go with Jordan McGregor there in the 30. Tim Richmond was pretty darn good here. In fact, this is where he won his final race, and he's running those Tim Richmond colors. I say the coffee can parks it in victory lane tonight.
Well, we got William Duval rooting for the 33 of Terry Marinello, and we got a car around hard into the wall. I think that was the 78
no caution
car.
Yet.
That was a hard lick, and
man, Jordan McGregor had
a gets by there. Another car scraping up against the wall in turn 3.
Yeah, Jordan McGregor had his hands full in turn 3. He held on to it. I think I just saw the 101 of Tyler Jeff Habik smack the wall off 3 there. Oh, man, you knocked the right side off here early, and it's going to be a long night of tire management.
That was a hard lick right there.
Look on my camera, too, here to see if I can figure out where that smoke came from that you saw.
That was the 78. Well, I don't know. He was on far there, I think. 76, I'm sorry, of Chris Landry. And he's pulling in at the Landry flooring installation car. Definitely, there's going to be some time there with that smoke and that damage. Not sure exactly what happened. Maybe
I think I've got it here. And now we finally do have a caution on the speedway, as I've just found what happened.
Yeah, it's got to be a caution. I mean, there's body parts out there, man. You know?
Well, while we get all that sorted out, here's what happened to Chris Landry in the 76. You see, he's there.
Another car hit the wall there. Who was that?
I don't know, but first things first, we got like Chris Landry tried to duck in under Dennis Balsar in the 60. Got loose. Oh, he saw Pops spinning through the grass. It was probably a bit of a reaction to that, too.
Yeah.
He just overcorrected and took a hard right to the wall.
Still, see, the 101 of Jeff Habik was smoking the tires, slowing down. I'm not sure what happened there. We got action all over this big. Let's take a look at this track here. This is Pocono, the tricky triangle.
Yeah, 2.5 miles. You mentioned the 3 distinct turns. Yeah, I don't know where the caution actually came from.
And we got our regular in-car driver, Dan Jones, the Canadian from Canada. What's up, Dan?
Hey, boys, how's it going tonight?
007.
Excited to be back for the start of the season.
Well, there's the caution. There it is. Okay, it looks like it's Chet Barkin getting caught out. A couple of drivers are right around the non-caution. Next time by, looks like when they got to the tunnel turn again, or turn 3 actually. Take that back. Yeah, the 68, which got loose up top, collected the 87 Tom Jackson, and the 101 of Jeff Habik. It shouldn't be too bad of damage there.
So what do you do here? These caution laps are long, but
oh, look at those fake
tires
outs.
are an issue. What are you going to do?
You stay out.
Yeah.
Positions, everything. Got to be in the top 10 if you want to survive.
We got a bunch of cars pitting, however. Those will be the cars in the back.
Yeah, those are the cars in the back, pitting. Cars with damage. Oh, yeah, at least 4 of those cars have damage. So they're going to come in and fix that. 60 probably slid some tires trying to avoid that. Pops definitely slid some tires when he got turned around. So, yeah, you get those freshies now after sliding them. But, yeah, on Chicken Run on Tuesday night, I kept it out until I was in the window, because we run half the distance on those Tuesday night short races. So it was only 40 laps there. It's 80 laps tonight. And you're going to go about 20 laps on a can of fuel and tires here, so got it set up for 4 tank loads. This is one of those places where you can take it like a road course, where you just make sure you're always just pitting your window, rather than coming in for freshies every single time the caution flies, because track position is just that important.
Is Chris in here tonight? I wonder. He was going to try the 2-tire, see how that maneuver happens.
Yeah, it didn't work out so good for him Tuesday night. Yeah, you can do the 2 tires now if you get it down to where there's 10 laps to go and you got a pit.
Yeah,
and you need 1 tank of gas.
Yeah, you need, if you're just taking 1 can, then the right sides can work, especially if you've got someone else doing that with you.
And track position, and you hope maybe you get another caution. Otherwise, dudes will eat you alive.
I stole one of my, truck race wins here at Pocono on taking just a half can and no tires once. 1 more lap and they would have had me, but that was just enough to do it.
Well, Pops Margerson, the venerable one, the oldest driver in the league, as far as I know, he definitely dodged a bullet there, getting sideways. Wouldn't be his first time. Look at this field tonight. T.G. Reese.
Gotta give a call to the bandit there,
Tom
Mr.
Jackson,
Francis Dittman.
Yeah,
he's back.
The bandit, back
yes.
again. FSB Indy 500 winner. Well, I got one of those trophies, but the years before, he outperformed me and Jim Ray, and we'll never get over that, dude. I'm telling you. I see Jim Ray with the Donkey Bob 52 there in the chat. He's definitely
he always picks for Rick Johnson.
Rick Johnson. He's probably mad right now because I even mentioned that, because he outpitted us, outdrove us, and won that race. You win the Indy 500, you don't win it for real, yeah, fine. But when you win in the professional sim racing league like this and you win it, that means something, It's the 500 miles. You have to do 500 miles in a sim racing IndyCar, and he did that and won it. Tom Jackson here, from the fan club to the track. He's committed, to racing now, and there he is in the mix here. So, sim racing, you can be the fan, and then you can be on the track,
Taking a look there, I do see a little bit of a crease on the right side. That fender, or at least the hood. But otherwise, the car is pretty good after getting caught up in that deal there with Chet. Certainly nothing of his own doing.
Well, that's the thing about Pocono. You have these long laps, and then you have, as a driver, you have to bring it again, because it goes from 0 intensity to 100% intensity.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at that track map, like as you were alluding to before. The front stretch is here with those grandstands. By the way, I've been to Pocono, being a Jersey boy, and you can't see cars here or here when you are here in the grandstands, even all the way at the top like we were sitting. There is serious blind spots. Actually, even if they're right up against the wall coming up the front stretch, can't see anything. So this is not the best place to watch a race live, I have to admit. Sometimes not even on TV, but we love it here in the sim because of the different challenge it brings us. See, there's your 3 different corners. Trenton corner, your Indianapolis corner, different banking, and flat, almost flat, Milwaukee Mile style corner there for turn 3.
Thinking about this track is, you know, momentum and tire wear and how aggressive you want to be. This is one of those tracks where you can will yourself up to the front if you get the right, if you know, if you got the speed, and you can pass guys here. But you have to be extremely aggressive, and then later in the run, you know, you can pay the price. So track position is everything. It's so much easier to run in that top 5, get spread out, and then you can race the track and the guys in front of you. The guys behind, you know, that's a mixed bag of, you know, excitement. You don't know what these guys are going to do, what you're going to do. Main thing you got to do is try to move up, try to get into the top 10 here.
Pace goes off. We're back to it, and someone smoked right away.
Oh, the car around. Bo Jangles
I think he
is
blinked.
in the wall, and there's Keith Cordier. Cars crashing before the start-finish line. Oh, that's horrible. 4 cars off. Somebody had some problem. A car upside down almost.
It appeared to be Ed
Somebody
Fowler.
Didn't get going there, I think.
It appeared to be Ed Fowler having a connection issue, I think. Let's see. Backing it up on the other screen here. Looks like maybe some guys weren't quite caught up for the start here, and as they were trying to close the gap, yeah. Well, this is a strange one, I have to admit.
Looked like somebody did not get going.
Yeah, I think it was a domino effect there.
It was definitely a chain reaction, because you see here, look at this gap as these cars are coming to take the restart, and the ones that are stuck in the turn when the flag drops. And you see, they close up, they woe it up, they get a little out of line, they're trying to get back where they belong before the flag drops, and, well, that happened.
Well, just like we said, track position, it gets more difficult in the farther back you are. And okay, yeah, looked like the 2 didn't get going, or he got rear-ended by the.
He got out of line. He got out of line because of that confusion. He was trying to get back in, probably to try to avoid a black flag, being to the left of 33. And then it's just a chain reaction back. Like, here it is from Pop's view. And you see he's doing 20 miles per hour and it goes flying.
A lot of front runners just pitted.
Boy, yeah, he's having to slow way down here. Then he gets... Did he get hit from the back or just flipped over?
I think he got hit from the back, but not at a very high speed.
Forward, upside down.
One of the strangest sequences of events I've seen.
green flag pit road speed is the same as pit road speed, basically. So you need
pace
to
speed
go,
is about 70, pit speed is 55.
Yeah, so I mean, you need to be at that spot. So obviously, things happen in front. He not get, and we have guys pitting again, and
We're gonna have to, I don't know, start
and guys
doing the green
not
flag
pitting.
dance.
Ken Hansen and the Coors Melling Ford, just always big fan club, family, friends. And once again, he's back out here. Who would not want to see this guy win a championship? And I sure as heck would love to see it. What a guy, class act. Helps out with the league, setups, helps new drivers. You name it. He's that guy that you just like. Can't say nothing bad about him, and
Absolutely.
except and he's
Brady
okay
luck.
with not winning the championship yet. He's at least in this division. But thing is he's always there at the front. You always see that 9 car at the front. That's the best you can do out there in sim racing and in life is get out there and be competitive, and the 9's going to get his day. But
Well, he snagged the truck win here on I'm sorry, the chicken run win on Tuesday.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just on TV. It hasn't quite, but I mean, he's a stud. All of a sudden, we're looking at the front here. We're looking at the 007, our in-car reporter, P4. Who's that guy right next to him there? That's Matt Watkins, your defending champion. He pretty good. You got Rick Johnson in front of them. They kind of started back a little bit. Dave Ellens, in that 115 car. This guy's a stud. Just like the Kentucky Derby here. I mean, you just need a chance. Put your money on the favorite, but he can lose,
Well, let's not talk about that. Let's forget about what you guys just saw.
Let's talk about that guy in front there.
Looks like there was some confusion there. Ed Fowler joining us from out of the 2 car in the booth here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ed, what happened, bro?
There was a checkup up in front. Matt was a little behind there, and we went to catch up, and I had to check up. I went to the outside, and I came back in, and Terry was right there and didn't see him and pulled right into him.
Yeah, because the spotter doesn't call car high, low, etc. when you're under caution still.
Nope, because he was still trying to get slowed up too. So
yeah,
he was a huge checkup right there, and just dumb.
It looked like cars were just hadn't quite gotten caught up for the green flag to drop, and just carried a little too much speed through there.
That's all it takes, these races. I've been in the last couple of them. We started in the back. These endurance races, and trying to take it easy, and you're still dodging bullets. Like, wow, And then if you can make it through that, then so be it, but you never know. I mean, these restarts are critical, and guys can miss a shift or fall asleep. They can.
I blew up under caution once. I've blown up under caution twice at this track. I blew up as soon as the jack dropped in the pits, and I blew up just pacing.
I always had a routine when I stock car raced of trying to take a breath under caution, and before I pitted, talking to Jim Ray or my teammates, Then, okay, don't talk to me anymore. I got to pit. And then coming out, then I'm going to try to recharge. Grit my teeth a little, because every one of these restarts, you can't lax. You can't, if you want to win a race in this league and at this level, you have to definitely be intense every time you got to bring it constantly. Now, when you're back in the pack like that, it's the guy slows up. You're dog meat, you know. But.
Well, we got the lights off on the FSB pace car, and Chris Beckman assumed the lead with the other front runners pitting there with 52, Mr. Jim Ray's pick, as always.
He has a
Ken
huge
Hansen,
sim racing lineage, not in this league, but in other leagues. So he is a real deal pro sim racer, and he's got some of the best that I've ever raced. In fact,
he's got control of this restart
that has ever raced here, maybe between him and Matt Watkins, the 52 of Rick Johnson behind him. Yeah, handles this. Here comes Slim Jim Gately. He lost, you know, didn't pay attention to. I think he pitted.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that pitted.
Yeah, so.
All right, fellas, I'm going to leave y'all to it. I'll see you guys.
All right, Ed. Good luck, man.
Thanks, Ed.
I'm going to call it right now.
Sorry, man. That's racing, bro.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to call it right now. Yeah. I'll take the pole next week at Daytona.
All
there
right.
you go.
The gauntlet has been
watch the podcast,
down.
Man. Root for your teammates.
All right.
He's probably going to go spot for his guys. Oh, wait, the farmers aren't here.
They're not. They're camping. I'm going to bed. That's what I'm doing. So.
All right.
You know what? I can get behind that too. Take it easy, Ed.
Yep. Y'all have a good night.
Well, good thing it's not real, and you're out of the in-care center just fine. Yeah.
I think Ken Shea may have smacked the right side coming off turn 3 there. That could have some impact on one of the favorites tonight.
The veteran Rick Johnson, 7, 8 time. I don't know how many Pro Cup championships he's won, and he's won a bunch of these too. He's all over the back of Chris Beckman, but Land O'Lakes, I've actually worked there before doing tile. Nice. Our local Land O'Lakes.
Yeah, I was going to say they're based out of...
That's a huge company. Butter, cheese, you got it.
Oh, goodness. We got the caution on the speedway again.
First race of the season, full field. See what happened.
Yeah, Pocono's either feast or famine like this. You're either going to have huge green flag runs, or you're going to... It tends to start...
Well, you're going to have one at the end, that's for sure. So stay tuned. Don't get bored. We'll try to make it as funny as we can, but when this thing gets to the end, it's not going to be about us. It's going to be about the racing you're going to see, because I guarantee...
I think I found it.
Okay, so a few laps in there. What you going to do? These guys didn't pit. The cars behind them pitted.
Yeah, we got about 11 laps left, so what do we do?
All right, we got the caution here. Going into turn 3, looks like
pitting and getting 4 tires. I don't care. Right now, I'm getting this track. It'll eat them up. Kind of feel like you're going to get a long run here eventually after a couple of cautions there. If I'm back in 10th place, I'm definitely pitting. The guys up from 10th under, well, you know, they got to make that decision. Beckman, maybe I got track position. Why not stay out?
10-15% tire wear. You never know. 3 cautions in the first 10.
Yeah, so.
Gamble.
Where are you at?
I'm following who's ever in front of me.
I'd say do what the 52 does.
Okay, you're a P4, so They're pointing towards pit road, and
Yeah,
so
looks
are
like
you.
everybody's saying Matt Watkins stays out.
Yeah, I think so. I think because that's, you know, I mean, you got the top 5 going in right now. Got to execute. Big pit road here, wide pit road, big stalls. Should be easy with the contact. Oh, no,
No, you just angled out.
no, he just angled out. That's racecraft right there. Right into a stall. Chris Beckman. Chris going for 4. Rick Johnson going for 2. Rick Johnson is your leader.
No, he's not.
Out of pit road, anyway.
Yeah, off pit road, yeah.
Rick Johnson, the red box forward.
Yeah, the leader is, stop me if you've
We
heard
go
this one
2
before,
tires.
but Matt Watkins.
What were those? Okay, let's take a look. I think they were inside left tires. Let me look.
Nah, it shouldn't be.
Right tires would be your pick, yeah.
Dougie B says if they all can repeat the 4-wide finish at the line like Talladega last year, that would be impressive. Well,
thank you for watching, because that was a great ass finish right there.
Well, Dan Jones was involved in a 3-wide finish at Indy, a track that races very similar to this.
No, you're right. Rick Johnson, right side tires.
Yeah, me, Dan, and Rick Biscona across the line 3-wide in a similar fashion at Indy in the chicken run one week.
We do the talking, these guys do the driving, and but I guarantee, stay tuned, Dougie B.
So Rick Johnson, he's got 2 tires behind him. Chris, Ken, myself, and everybody behind me took 4. Let's see how that works out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think Rick Johnson gained a lot
because
there.
He had a lot of cars. Yeah, exactly. He had a lot of cars stay out, so he gained track position on you guys and Chris Beckman, but he did not gain on the guys that stayed out. So who's going to... We see this in real NASCAR all the time, so this will be interesting. How can he advance versus the 4-tire guys? And we got 2 lap cars pitting, so now we've got the 76 with damage and the 101 who spun, but he wasn't damaged. Wow. Bunch of cars up in front, though. Take a look at TG Race, still not seeing his paint job.
We gotta get that fixed.
Well, he was always in the Skull Bandit. Ding.
Well, last season he had the Skull Bandit on the wrong body.
Well, you know,
kind of funky.
He'd be like me, because I'm a driver, not a painter. You know.
Yeah, it's just
I'm a tile guy. You know, I'm really good at my job, but. I need somebody like you, Shawn, to paint me a car. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Yeah.
There are a few of mine out there tonight. You're looking at one right now, Steve Weber in the 83. And that special job I did for him
big cactus
at the end of last season. Yeah, commemorating his son, Steven.
That's awesome, you know.
Have you seen the video online, you guys?
I've seen what he posted, yeah. Much as I could. That's rough.
Courageous man who's gone through hell and showed back up to FSP and sim racing to carry on his life after such a tragedy. I don't know if I could do that, man. I don't know if I have the strength. I've been through some stuff, but we're all going to go through stuff eventually in life. You know, we're all gonna die. You know, we're gonna die. That's one thing we know. But
guaranteed.
But for what he has gone through with his son's death, and then get back on the horse and coming to his friends and you know, trying to give himself an hour and a half of a break and sim race, You know, that's what it's all about.
Another one new this season there. You see that 59 Buffalo Wild Wings car I mentioned before, Ryan Johnson. That's one I just finished up. Then 2 cars behind him.
That's a nice piece right there.
2 cars behind him, you got the Mark Martin Winn-Dixie colors of Dennis Balsar. I did hit that one for him last season. And then, finally, Tower. Jeff Havoc there on the 101 Coast Guard machine. Did that up 2 seasons ago.
Well, I'm taking a look at the 40 of Christopherson here.
Oh, my mistake. There was one more.
He's won a race, and he's won several races, and he's hanging back about 11th. What I've seen with his skill level here, this could be a guy you might think about later in this race here in the 40 car.
And I forgot about Chet, 68, Richard Petty 200 win scheme there. That's one I did a while back, too. I lost count. What was that, 5, 6?
Yeah, you do a lot for this league, by the way.
I haven't painted a lot lately. I've been kind of burned out. But...
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a self-sacrifice for guys. But as a driver, all the guys that have painted cars for me and still paint them for me, now it's a guy named J.F. Godin paints our racing cars now. Donkey Bob, really appreciate that. You know.
Pace car is off, and we're going to try and light this candle one more time.
Now you're in line here. This is Pocono. What you want to do is you want some green flag laps, and you want Slim Jim Gately has moved up there patiently after he lost some track position.
No!
Somebody's
Slim
smoking
Jim's
him
around.
hard there. Smoke him if you got him.
Slim Jim and Ken Shea
These guys
are in
are
the
laying
wall.
about here. As my British teammate would say, Donkey Bob, they're not laying about. They're going.
Well, not anymore, because caution is out for that hard wreck there for the 91 and 23.
Oh, no. I didn't see that.
I was trying to shout at you. Here we have the replay here. Looks like they were trying to do something with Steve Weber on the start. They got back in line, and it looked like... I don't think Ken Shea knew the 3 was underneath the 23 when they entered the corner.
I'm watching it delayed now.
You don't have to. You can just go over to the Skype window, by the way.
Oh, that's right. All right. I'm watching it on the Skype window.
I think that is what happened. I think you didn't realize the 3 was down
Slim
there.
Jim Gately out. Oh, my gosh. 2 guys with a lot of history there. Good history, but not tonight. Take a look at the in-car here. Yeah, Slim Jim checked up and wow, nowhere to go.
Yeah, you can see that Ken couldn't see the 3 down there, and I think I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
The 3 had to check up in front of them.
No, he was under Slim. Slim was on the high side. But I think Shea was expecting Slim to just go down to the bottom. Didn't work.
Well, quarter way through the race here. Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to use the bathroom because these caution laps are long. Dan Joe's going off there. He might have... let's see. Speaking of Dan Jones, we got Dan Jones. And so how's the bladder here right now?
Pretty good, man. This is going to be a long race.
Yeah, usually what happens is it starts out slow like this, turns into a barn burner.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's typical Pocono.
Yeah, Kim Wright checking in from Actually, I guess I was still at work. Yep. Cheering for Tower.
Hey, there's my cub right there. Jessica,
goes
what's
Jessica
up, girl?
Minter. Yeah.
There goes a few people peeled off her pit, so
Yeah, quite a few. We got Steve Weber, Jeff Hale, Matt Watkins.
I think if you keep that top 10 in sight, I think you have a chance because that top 10 usually takes off on everybody when we get agreed.
Dirty Kazoo, Mr. Dean, checking in. We're at the Tricky Triangle. Indeed we are. One of my favorite tracks, if we can ever get it going green.
Well, Jessica, this is one of the few tracks I haven't actually seen your grandfather run at. He wasn't a stock car driver, so...
They have a road course here.
They did have road courses, but IMSA didn't run them here back in the day. But
I guess it was kind of small for IMSA. It's kind of a club course more than anything.
Yeah. Of course, they did like Talladega with the road course, Homestead, and of course Daytona.
This infield here has got to be the biggest campground I've ever seen.
It's pretty big. It's up there with Watkins Glen.
So we're 20 of 80 here. What are these guys gonna do? I mean,
I think the guys that pitted, that your monsoon guys came in. They brought Hale with them. And look at the back of the pack. Those are gonna be the guys who pitted.
well, Jordan McGregor up front there, my new Donkey Bob teammate, and he has not disappointed. He still races. He races iRacing. He races at Hobo.
He's a busy boy.
Broadcasts on. You can look at his channel.
He
Jordan
streams
McGregor streams his races, and he races here. He has no prisoners.
And he's got a baby girl less than a year old.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does he have a day job?
I believe so, yeah.
Apparently
Wow.
so. But I'm telling you, at least from my perspective, I wouldn't say I recruited him for our iRacing team, but he pretty much asked if there was a spot, and he is not disappointed.
He's a
I'm
winner.
telling you, instantly.
Isaac Johnson and him.
I know Chili Verde, I know what Chili Verde is, and he's Chili Verde, It's not bad Mexican food. It's good Mexican food. This guy can roll. I don't care what you're driving. Keep an eye on that 30 car because he good.
That's why I picked him tonight, and so far he's
What?
contenders on it.
Teammate.
You say you hate this place.
I'm joking.
Well, you know what?
I'm lucky to finish.
Show me something.
Show me something.
You're
Yeah.
a fantastic road racer, and you could definitely. This track is right up your alley right now. You need some luck here, though. But
I think I've tried some new settings, so I'm keeping up with the 9. That's all I care.
Nice.
Well, that's a pretty good guy to keep up with.
Hey, he's good here. He won the chicken run on Tuesday. So
yeah, he usually loses me, and so I was mad that night because I had it one lap to go.
When you talk about Pocono, you know what? I need to get a beer first here. Then I'll be back with you guys.
All right.
This pit stop is sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers.
Cheers.
For all you do, this Bud's for you.
And well, as Milty noted, we are past the quarter mark here, lap 21 of 80 currently. Meaning everybody can make this on 2 more stops, no matter what else happens here. So we'll see how that plays out. We're just looking for some green flag runs here.
Hard track to pass, so a lot of people get impatient here.
Yeah, don't try and make your passes early. A lot of places where there's tire wear, you want to make the pass early and get out front and dictate the pace and the wear. This is one where you're better off letting the other people use their stuff, start building your runs, backing up the corner. Now you run the middle better, you get the run off, you pass them that way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm learning. It's becoming more of a fun track for me now.
I told you about the torque curve engine.
Yep. Yeah, I've been paying attention there too, shifting at the start-finish line. Also,
now everybody will be too.
Yep. That's okay though. That's
they
what
can hear you.
competition's about.
They can hear you anyway.
And then 9, he takes the corner a little differently in this corner that we're in right now.
Turn 1.
Yeah, it does like a I don't know, a little up and then down real quick.
Kind of diamonds it.
Yes. I've never seen, and he's quite successful with that pass. That's where he got me on Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's where I was building my runs too. And turn 1, people were getting most uncomfortable in that turn. You'd think it'd be turn 3 where the tire wear would affect the most, but it's really 1 because you're carrying all that speed into there.
Well, you know, if you were on the track right now, you would be a definite factor because you're not just a broadcaster, you're a badass driver. In case the fans want to know, this guy's not just a mouth; he can drive.
Yeah, I've racked up a few here, and at least 4 truck wins, a chicken run, and a cup win here.
I know Chile Verde.
my first FSB Cup win.
What's up? God bless the chicken run.
Dirty Kazoo there, Mr. Dean Stradley asking, what season package are we running? Well, these cars are visually 1988 cars, but underneath it, the physics are 2003 trucks, basically. That's something we can't touch without iRacing suing us, and the pace car is off. Jordan McGregor and the Folgers coffee can leads us back to green.
Probably if you wanted right now, I don't know if he's broadcasting, but you could also go to YouTube and watch his in-car live.
Yeah, you could do a split screen. YouTube has a split screen feature now.
Actually, well, no, I'm looking on my YouTube. I am a subscriber, so I don't think he's broadcasting it right now. But we got Mark DeCenza behind him. Look, the 3-car Mark DeCenza had a heart attack. It's one of the greatest sim racers I've known on an oval course. Now he's back to form there, and Dave Janry in the 51.
Yeah, where did he come from?
Always there.
Woo, look at Tower.
He's kind of a bridesmaid, never the bride's. How's that go?
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, there we go. Jeez.
Man, Tower Jeff Habak
brother.
was dead sideways off the tunnel turn, but he didn't hit anything, and he kept it going straight.
These guys are winging this stuff here.
Oh, we
get
do
a
have
few
caution.
laps here. We got another caution.
Oh, big pile up in 3, I think it is.
When we get some laps here, I want to talk about some in-car. When we get these guys going, I want to show you what the driver thinks going around Pocono, because this track is a serious individual here. All right, let's check it out here. What happened?
It appears to be the Kogoat.
Oh, no. Which one?
Yeah, exactly. One of our Kogoats here, the 15, always a race favorite, your defending champion. Mr. Matt Watkins in that Pac-Man Toyota. Looks like he had a massive head of steam coming through with his teammate behind him, Webb. He got to the outside of Tom Jackson here. Just clipped the right side, and then it was on from there. We got the 90 of Matt Stewart backing into the wall.
He's still running.
Gately barely gets through it.
Yeah, I'm watching him live. He's still running. The car looks, it doesn't look right.
You see, he does the smart thing. He keeps it against the wall, letting all the traffic get by before he tries to get going again.
Well, like another 7, I don't know how many championships these guys have. I need to start putting like a screen, next to me so I could actually be accurate. Okay, now I'm watching the belated replay here.
You can always tab over to Skype whenever you want to.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be affecting the stream quality.
I think he overreacted there. The 68 definitely damaged and up against the wall for the 15.
I don't think he realized how much Tom Jackson...
Not terrible damage there. He backed it in pretty clean and waited. Just like you say, that's a pro keeps his mind. He did spin it around a little bit there, but just when you're putting 800 horsepower down, it tends to get away from you. I'm gonna watch the. I'm live now with the 15 Pac-Man car down pit road. The world champion on his victory lap this year after winning the FSB, and let's see what he does here. 4 tires.
And another pro move there in that wreck.
Okay, they're
91.
sitting there. Not much. They beat on it a little bit, and he's gone.
He was lucky he hit on the left side, too.
Yeah, there was not much damage there by the crew, so.
I was going to say, another pro move in that wreck. You can see 91 of Ken Shea just stopped and then drove slowly through the wreck. And that's another great
when
thing
you
to do.
see smoke, there's usually fire, and unless you're watching, Days of Thunder, and you think you can drive through that stuff, usually that's not the way to survive.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even work for Cole Trickle the first time.
Not really, and that was the movies. So you got to slow down. You see smoke, you slow down. That's what these vets have done, and minimize the damage here. Long way to go still.
Yeah, if you see the smoke and you don't slow down for it, you're going to pile into them with Rowdy Burns, get a concussion, marry Nicole Kidman, and convert her to Scientology. I mean, it's just a butterfly effect.
It just kept on going.
Well, I see my daughter in here is so cool. I wish she could have seen her grandpa run for real. Of course, it was very anxiety. It's one thing to watch a sim race or even watch racing on TV when you know somebody actually out there. It's pretty stressful. But it's cool. She's hanging out down there in LA. It's smoky there too. Smoky all over California here. It's crazy.
Yeah, there you go. You can wave at her.
What's up, sweetheart?
Hi, Jessica. And everybody.
Well, so let's get back to this exciting race here. What these guys going to do? 15 cars should be good. We'll see.
We're going to be about 13 laps
2.
from halfway.
These two guys have worked together before from the rear with the gear. So why not do it again? They can do that. 76, he's got damage. But looking forward here, let's take a look at these guys that are in the front.
Hey, Rick Castle, look at the 124 in that Jack Daniels machine. Worked his way up to 4th spot, and
I talked
Ryan
to Rick. Before the race, real quick. He was really excited and said, "I'm well prepared, and I'm expecting a good finish here."
Something
what the heck happened there?
The 53 is around.
I think he got bumped in the back, spun out, and then everybody piled into him.
I think there was a technical issue there. It looks like he just stopped.
I didn't like it too much.
Tricky triangle might as well be the Bermuda Triangle tonight.
Well, remember our race on Tuesday night? Both of us spun in the pits, didn't we?
No, that was last night in the truck.
That's right.
Well, I didn't spin. I had trucks spun in front of me, and I had to wait for them twice. So let's see. We got TG Reese. I got him on a default on the camera too because of that car issue of his. But we'll see what happened to him here under caution. He's just pacing along, right in front of Rick Johnson, and then the car just stops. I think he had maybe a wheel disconnect or dropped to desktop or something. We had that happen with the 41.
Okay, I'm watching it on delay here. I keep forgetting I can watch it live. They're already going. Okay, so wow.
Yeah, that seems to be some kind of technical issue there for the 53. He's just rolling under its own momentum on the bottom of the track.
You're
afterwards.
talking like 40 guys with all over the United States and Canada racing on a platform at the same time. Stuff happens.
Yeah, and everybody talking on TeamSpeak. It's just unreal how this can all work out. I'm amazed.
Well, that's what makes Friday night so exceptional. FSP has races every night during the week, but Friday night is on camera. And, winning these races are hard, man. Everybody bringing their best game, and you gotta have some luck,
Absolutely. I remember trying so hard to get the first one. I just opened the floodgates.
And what are you at now?
I mean, I'm at a Friday night win. It took me a long time to get a Friday night win, and then that opened the floodgates to the 2 championships. But it was brutal trying to get there.
But did you look at how the lineup restructures? Okay, you had this guy, and now we're going green.
Yep, pace car off. Jordan McGregor leads us back once again. Ken Soska checking in there. Good to see you, Ken.
Penny, what's up? $160 miles an hour into that corner on the restart. The first time you go through turn 1 there, you can kind of just, it's different than the second time when you get that full run. Down to turn 2 here, the tunnel corner. Got to lift. If you downshift here, you got to remember that you downshifted. Otherwise, you might think you were going to downshift into turn 3 again.
Yeah, I've seen
now
so
you see
many
the
guys do
downshift.
that.
Jordan decided to go through there in 4th gear and downshifted in the 3rd. You can see the car drop and the great run there, but the great Mark DeCenza behind him. T-Roy from Sacramento, California, rooting for longtime teammate, rooting for Webb. That's
Steve Weber.
Steve Weber from
Tucson, Arizona. We are on board.
Drinking some Folgers coffee right now. He's amped here.
We are on board with Mr. Ken Hansen.
Let's go on board.
A little wiggle out of Chris Beckman there through the tunnel turn. That's going to give Ken a run going into turn 3. I think Chris knows it. He's just going to let him have it. Oh, doesn't back out. And Ken decides to just fall back in line. And you can hear and feel the downshift there in turn 3. It's all about the run off this corner. This is the lap. How you handle turn 3. Shifting at the start-finish line to get the most out of the torque curve. That high drifting entry that Dan was talking about before. Again, building the run off.
Okay, we're going down the back straight here into turn 3. You gotta apply a little brake here. Then you want to let the car roll. Oh, that's turn 2, sorry. That's the tunnel corner. Downshift here. Turn 3, let it roll. Pick up the throttle as soon as you can. Pass that thing. Long straightaway here. You're still in 3rd gear. Then 4th gear.
Now we're under green. He's going to enter turn 1. 183. 183 miles per hour going into 1 that time by. Cup physics can get up to 200 there. One thing we're glad we don't have to worry about here in NASCAR 2003 as well is brake failures. Because how many times have we seen guys go into turn one in real cars and their brakes just explode? We've seen it happen to Jeff Gordon. We've seen it happen to Kenny Schrader,
really want
Bubba
to nail
Wallace.
that tunnel corner, because then you get a run and you set up this corner, turn 3 for the pass. That's what Ken tried to do. He backed up the corner a little bit, tried to get a run coming out of 3, but Chris Beckman had nothing of that.
52 looking low.
Take a look at the 52 taking a look, but not. And now they're downshifting.
I personally don't like downshifting in the tunnel turn because it's such a short run to turn 3 that you're just going to be shifting almost immediately, and it gives you that opportunity to accidentally shift into second in 3.
We're starting to see the race develop now. I smell a green flag. It might be a green flag here. Run. As I say that, I can change the whole thing. But
you just don't do that, man.
I'm not that powerful. I'm not the Wizard of Oz here.
Being that we finally got some green runs here, I can put the side-by-side up for the first time tonight. Usually I spend most of the race in that. As you see, Dennis Balsar in the 60 trying to hold off the 91 of Ken Shea. You got Matt Watkins back there with him. Matt Watkins is listed.
Let's take a look at this new guy here, Greg Palmer, in the 022. Don't know, personally, don't know nothing about him. Maybe you've seen him run in races before.
Yeah,
but
he's new this week. He's run a few races, done okay.
This guy knows what he's doing. He's in P11 here.
And that's after taking some damage earlier.
Welcome to FSB, Greg Palmer.
And now we just got to get some paint on him, as I've got him in a purple default right now.
Dave Owens in that classic Chevrolet wants to move up. I think he lost some time during those pit stop exchanges here, so.
Oh, we got a wreck on the...
Caution is out.
Long Pond Straight. Big wreck. Big wreck. 23 is tumbling. 29's in the grass.
Leader's getting the caution. They're racing back to the line here.
I had just been focusing on this group. Not sure exactly what happened. Bring it out. It looks like... Oh, Dennis Balsar in the 60 gets the back end of the 91. Didn't see how Slim got into that, but oh, not a good night
this
for
has
Slim
not
Jim.
been a good night for Slim Jim and his mom tonight. Rooting for him. Doris, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Let's go back and see what happened. But Slim Jim Gately upside down and inside out there. Oh my gosh, the 91 Ken Shea hammered like the hammer of God there, the Thor hammer there. Okay, let's look at this live here.
And there's what it looked like for Slim Jim. He just came along, and the wreck was in front of him coming off turn 1, but you can't just immediately jump off the throttle when you're still in the corner.
You can't see. Bam! Oh, and you see the camera like go out on the car. The front camera of Slim Jim Gately was obviously busted off the car there.
Yeah, when the car's upside down, the antenna's getting ground off.
Hopefully we'll get a word from him See if he's okay. Good thing it's not real, but wow, that was a hard lick. And, race winner, man, I mean, that's Slim Jim Gately. He
Meanwhile,
done.
I think everybody, and I mean everybody's going to pit on this one, I'd say.
Yeah, you
Oh, a
got a
few
box here. You
stragglers.
got a box. Long enough run. Tires are huge here. Not quite like Darlington, but pretty close. You might as well think of it like Darlington. 2 laps, like who did I hear?
No, not really. The tire wear is not that heavy.
What did Dale Jarrett say? I told my pit crew to be careful when they push my car to the grid to not turn the tires too much, because you might wear them out before I even start the car.
Yeah, I could believe that for Darlington.
He said that this broadcast.
That was great.
My teammate Jeff Godin, Donkey Bob, what's up, buddy? The Canadian, that guy's a serious road racer right there, dude. I'm telling you.
Like cars that stayed out. We got the 63 of Jason Dolfer, the 00 of Francis Dittman, 90 of Matt Stewart, 53 of TG Reese, 59 of Ryan Johnson.
Thanks for showing up, Jeff. Oh man, so reset
Something's going on with Ryan Johnson. He's dropped down to the access road.
Here they come down pit road. Execute. The NASCAR 2003, the sim, you have to bring it in. There's no iRacing stuff where you could drive through the cars or anything. I mean, no disrespect to the sims, but that's the way this sim is. You have to execute front, rear, and center. Down the pit road, Jordan McGregor in the Folgers Chevrolet Ford. Chevrolet Ford.
Chevrolet Ford.
2 tires and 4 tires for the Folgers team. We got cars coming out. This is going to be close. Excellent pit stop. Mark DeCinza. Oh,
I think
good
you're
thing
behind.
That guy's not real. He just ran over him.
Milt,
Jordan
you're behind.
McGregor executes, and
Milt,
the Folgers car stays in front.
Milt, you're way behind.
I'm way behind.
You're like a full lap behind.
Yeah, yes, I was
Under
watching
caution.
the replay. Well, it was still exciting,
There you go. I don't know what happened to Ryan Johnson to get him to the back of the line here, but it looks like he's got himself an end of longest line.
Could be a penalty, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see nothing on the radio.
Anyway, I'm going to take advantage of this caution here for a quick break. And I'll be right back, so take it away, Milty.
Okay, time for a pit stop for the voice of FSB here. So we're under caution. These laps are long. Coming up on halfway here. So Mr. 007, you're still running really good in the top 10 here.
Hanging in here. Top 12.
We kind of roll the same way. So I feel you. I think you're feeling it out, and staying with the strategy from the cockpit. What's your assessment?
This is I like the track now. It's coming to me now that I got a good setup. Hanging in there, watching people do their thing. Ryan Johnson said he was running out of gas. That's why he had to pit. And that's why he was down low.
Wow. It was that.
I guess he stretched it, right? One more lap.
Yeah. T-Roy having a cocktail and Milt Jr. having a beer there. T-Roy, the alcohol salesman, our longtime FSB and Donkey Bob teammate, great guy, watching tonight. Love you, brother. Oh, let's get down to brass tacks here. That 3 guy, Mark DeCenza, we know who he is in that Wrangler car, that Dale Earnhardt tribute color. He'll never drive anything but that. He's never driven anything else in his 16-year sim racing career. And, heart attack. He had some serious health problems. They came back last year and won a race. We saw him get back to his form, and he's right behind Jordan McGregor. So you got the young fella chomping at the bit to make a name for himself here in the 30 car, and he has already made a name for himself, and he's on our iRacing team. And then you got the veteran, the 30 car championships abound. Then we look back at the field here. What do we got here? Steve Weber, the big cactus. He is a former Friday night Winston Cup champion. And how did he do that? He never won a race that season. Average finish. He knows how to run clean, smooth, and he's in P4. Christopherson, the guy I was talking about before, he's in P5. Knows what he knows. I talked to Rick Castle, like I said, before the race. He's feeling really good. That great paint. We got some Jack Daniels in the house there. P6, the beer can. Ken Hansen in the Coors Melling Ford. That's what he's going to run. Been solid all night. January in the 51, solid all night. I mean, these guys are studs, man. You don't know how hard this is. 41, Chris Beckman. He led early in the Leno Lakes car. He's got the 007 as we go green here. Be careful here now. We are the cream of the crop. You're in that area right now. You just want to survive and let this thing get going. You're only halfway through. Let's race this thing. The troubles have basically been back in the pack. So as cars fall out or get slower, or now you should start seeing the cream of the crop getting it done here. T.G. Reese did stay out and was first, but he's going backwards. He's in a precarious position in that 53.
He was in the wall before they even got to turn 1 there. What I saw just as I sat back down. Oh, Jeff Habak. I think he just knocked the wall back about 2 feet off turn 3 there. A hard hit on the right side of the 101.
Rick Johnson, what he's going to do, I don't know, but Dan Jones is right behind him, and Dan Jones knows Chili Verde, and Rick Johnson is Chili Verde. You follow this guy? He was my teammate, the 52. In the stock car, I knew I better listen to what this guy says, because he's better than I am. And
he's calm, he's smart. He's a drummer. He's a drummer, so he's all about that, keeping that metronomic rhythm around the track.
Taking a look at the 41 car, this is a good battle for 10th place. You got to feel the need a little bit to go now, but not too much. I mean,
we got halfway to go.
You want to start to see some improvement here as a driver. You want to make places, but it's very hard to pass at Pocono.
You also don't want the packs to get fragmented and then have that be the start of the green flag run.
Exactly.
You won't make that ground back up. Even though it's not a super speedway, the draft can create packs.
What you want to do is be disciplined and then later in the run, if we get a long run, that's when tire wear starts to affect.
Got John Dog Palmer there cheering for his buddy, the 9, Ken Hansen.
What's up, dog?
Ken Hansen currently sitting in 6th and looking to work on the 124 Rick Castle. I think he might have the run here. Maybe not. He'll back it off. Turn 1.
Well, Dog and T-Roy, these guys, Jeff Godin, they know sim racing. They're about to see a show here. They never disappoint here. Stay tuned. Long way to go. Action is going to be happening.
You know, they got the 2 teammates of Jordan McGregor and Mark Vicenza starting to gap the 83 of Steve Weber.
Well, Pocono, you would think, would have more draft.
I think I heard someone go around.
Like a nice pass by Rick Johnson over the 41 car.
Got a big mess in turn
of Chris
3.
Beckman. That was an excellent pass there. And we got caution. Rick Johnson's starting to flex his muscles, but then he gets caution again. What do you do now? You had a few laps in. Tires are a huge issue here. I'm in Rick Johnson's place, about piece 10 or whatever, B8. I'm watching what the leaders do. Somebody just blew up on the straightaway.
Ken Hansen just blew
Ken
up.
Hansen just blew up in the Ford.
Meanwhile, the source of this caution was...
and he's gone. That thing just blew up
found
right
on
there.
road dead.
Ouch.
And he chose...
Fix or repair daily.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you know, the Ford fans going to be thrashing you right now, Dan Jones.
I'm probably driving a Ford.
Meanwhile, the source of the caution, it was Dave Ellens.
Oh, my gosh.
022.
That thing just blowed up right there.
Dave Ellens, Greg Plomer.
Are you kidding me?
And
what does this
TG
guy
Reese.
have to do? I mean, gee, mini Christmas. Kid Hansen, I mean, you cannot like somebody any more than I like this guy. I mean, he's just a class act, a great friend, and he just gets the short end of the stick over and over again, and he just got it tonight. I mean, that thing just, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, he does everything in his power, and, man, I'd be pounding that steering wheel, except they're expensive, you know, so don't want to break it. Fortunately, I've never actually done that, you know. I did pound the steering wheel once when I was crossing the start-finish line, winning a race, and I accidentally hit second gear when I was doing it, and I went over the start-finish line backwards, and I was so embarrassed, and I was like, I lost the race, and they were like, you still won. So I went over the start-finish line backwards as I was pounding on the steering wheel and got too excited. And so I'll never do that again. So, well, we got pit stops. We got the 41 car of Chris Beckman back behind the pace car. How's this going to sort out? So guys have pitted and guys have stayed out. Looks like Dan Jones has stayed out. That's your plan, Dan?
That's my plan. Get her down to 20 laps before I pit.
Track position. That's an excellent move. Especially the way this thing's going. Usually halfway, you start thinking about long green flagged runs. This could be that one. So they could eat you up, but they could not.
I see Matt Watkins shows the same. So
level.
And then Chris up front took the same chance.
Yeah, and you guys are, just a few laps on your tires. I don't know how many laps you had on your tires there.
I think about 6.
About 6. So,
and 2 of them are caution. I think Matt's going in. Nope. Well, that was Dave. Sorry.
so you always want to know what the 15 and the 52 are doing because
Yeah.
they are the standard bearers for wins in this league. So I noticed you say that instantly.
Yes. It's pretty good company if you can keep up with those guys.
Absolutely. Well, you're not too shabby yourself, and you need a chance like this because I've raced against you. You get a chance to be out front, and with the right
I appreciate that, Milty.
circumstances, you can beat anybody.
I miss racing against you here, bud.
Yeah, maybe someday if I retire.
Maybe I can grab the pebble from your hand.
Thanks, brother. I don't know. I'll never forget losing the King of the Hill to you by 1 point.
Oh man,
those are
Dog.
things that just you never forget.
And if I had to
Dog
win against you,
says-
go ahead.
Dog says of Ken Hansen's blow up there, that's what happens drinking that Rocky Mountain Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
This at Coors there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Budweiser guy, but for years I drank Coors too. I drink it. Somebody hand me a Coors, I drink it.
I like the Miller.
Oh yeah, my dad used to sling that stuff back in the day when it was illegal. When he would race back east, he would load the motorhome up with cases of Coors and drive back east, and then he'd just give it away. He wouldn't sell it, but it was like illegal. It was kind of like smoking pot or something.
Wasn't it the plot of Smokey and the Bandit? He was smuggling Coors east.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was totally into that. His favorite guy, and he loved listening to Jerry Reed and the Bandit, all that stuff. That was right up his alley, Well, and today with the way the world is, we don't talk politics, but we definitely want to survive and want everybody to be happy. That's about all you can say. And, sim racing and getting on here is just like a little escape, from the real world.
I agree, 100%.
So we are inside the window to make this on one stop. Lights are out on the FSB pace car.
Okay, so I'm looking back there. I see that guy. Well, he was my teammate. I'd probably favor him in the broadcast a little bit, just because I know Rick Johnson real well.
It's hard to bet against him.
I just know how this guy thinks and when he shows up and he's ready, because he's got a busy life too, like you said, playing drums, playing a band, bands, I got a teammate, Steve Jones, that was on here earlier. He's probably in bed right now. It's late. But he was a techno rock superstar, check out spacebrothers.com. He was watching earlier. This guy, he's a badass musician. And right now, they're not doing no gigs, not doing, work is, slow, like everybody else, and, hi again to Doug Palmer. I'm looking through these chats. Don't want to be remiss to say, what's up, buddy? We text each other all the time. Great friend, and So I'm glad he's watching tonight.
Here we go. Green
here we
flag
go.
back in the air. Matt Watkins already looking underneath Dave Ellens, trying to get that run down the front stretch. Getting a little draft help from the 83 of Steve Weber. Can't quite tuck it in there, though. Dan Jones swings a little wide through turn 1.
So my experience from a long time ago here is tires mean everything, you know. So you've been running your race recently. I gotta think it's still the same.
Tires are nice. Track position is everything. Until you get down to it, final run.
Gotcha.
So you gotta keep it in reach. Well, not on the level of Darlington. It's probably more on the level of like a California or a Michigan under these physics.
Well, you know, the level the 41 has been doing is he's been suiting up and showing up here. Chris Beckman is definitely the Atlanta Lakes car. Is
3 wide going into 1 for
very
Mark
good.
Vicenza. Bandit backs out of it on the top side. Vance Balsar pushes up the hill. It's going to get tight here off turn 1. Yeah, everybody makes it through in one piece, though.
Car we haven't mentioned tonight, P6, Johnny Doucette.
Johnny Doucette in that brand new Johnny Rocket paint scheme. Let's get back there on 58.
We have seen this guy. You know he's got what it takes. She's running the top 10 for several seasons now. To complete the deal and get a podium, get a win, it can happen. You know, these guys are that good. But it's also, they're so that good that you could not get one, you know?
Yeah, but he's doing all the right things right now, keeping that car.
Oh, boy, he just hits the wall. That's the broadcaster jinx.
Yeah, folks, you want to know what the broadcaster jinx is? There it is.
Short little scrape there. Should be okay.
Yeah, but that's going to affect him long term. There's a lot of racing left, and that's going to impact the tire wear, especially through turn 1.
Turn 2 is just that really. It's really hard to follow. And turn 3 here. He missed his braking point there. Now, and he's getting passed by the 83, the veteran. Winston Cup champion.
Oh, no!
And he gets in the side of him. I'm not sure if the 83 closed down on him or not, but that is a huge wreck.
And they got hooked, and around
they got hooked. I don't know if the 83 thought he was clear there. I don't know, man. I'm not going to make judgment on that call. Let's see. I think the 83 might have came up a little, but
I'll get the replay up over here on camera too.
As a driver, you're always wanting to make sure you're clear, and your spotter is telling you clear. I don't know if his spotter told him it was clear. We'll have to watch this again, but now this simplifies things for the guys in front. They got to pit, but the guys that pitted the last time, do they stay out?
Well, I gotta say, I think the 58 came down, as you see here on the replay. Just drift a little left on the straightaway. Oh, Webb might have been okay until right there when he backed in the wall. Right side damage probably wasn't very heavy, but that back end damage was pretty substantial.
The thing is Webb had the 52 on his inside, so he was probably hearing 3 wide on his spotter, and he didn't want to close down on Rick Johnson there.
No, he wasn't in there yet. It's just let's see, here's from the roof, 58.
That's what I saw. Okay, let's see it again. All right.
You see, just down the straightaway, just got a little out of line there.
No, you're right. Yeah, okay. The A3 came up on the 58. Yeah.
Thanks. We watched from on board Rick Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, we're announcers. We're not league
we're not calling
officials.
it officially, but
we're just telling y'all our opinion, which we may be full of baloney, but
we've been accused of worse.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time and won't be the last. Great thing is I don't have to make those decisions. I can say what I think, and it doesn't really matter. Fantastic. Well, it's my turn to take a break here.
All right.
Under caution, and thanks everybody for watching, and please keep watching because it's going to be a great show. These guys are great, and we're going to take a quick pit stop. Be right back.
Dan Jones, 007, my teammate and in-race reporter here. Stays
out. Rick Johnson's right behind me.
Yeah, you got Rick Johnson, Dave Jandry, Jordan McGregor, the 3-car Mark DeRocket Descends, Dennis Balsar, and Ryan Johnson, all staying out with you, so you're in good company. You've got some buffer back to these guys. They'll be on the fresh tires. But, and there is always a big but, this plays out as a green to the finish. Interesting stuff.
Oh, we need 20 laps. 20 laps to actually make the tank, to make it to the end.
Yeah, you got to get inside that 20-lap window so you can
split
so
everybody's got to pit at least once more.
Yeah. They can split the difference here, or they can run it dry. It'll be interesting to see these strategies play out. I hope we get to see it under green. But if you catch the caution inside the window, you're sitting pretty.
Yes. I've seen so many people do this before. Got my bonus point for leading.
Yeah, there you go. Those bonus points do accumulate. They help over the season. We get 1 bonus point for leading a lap, another bonus point for leading the most. The FSB point system, we revamped it a couple seasons ago, and it's made for some great points finishes. We've covered a couple of them in the last couple seasons here. Going in final race with, what was it, 6 or 8 people mathematically in it 2 seasons ago. The race win pays 22 points. So the max points is 24 with the lap led and most laps. Second place is 19 for the base, and then 1 point less for everybody down the line until 16th, which is 5 points all the way back to 40th. So you show up, you get 5 points.
I love that, Milt.
Well, Mr. Bond, James Bond, he decided to get on point here. Expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to win. 007, smoking gun up in P1 here.
Nice fresh air. I tell you, my motor loves me.
Well, I mean, even in Canada and where we live, there's not much fresh air around the thing. We're in Pocono, and it's not real because a lot of smoke around here.
Yeah, how far is that from you there, Milty?
Well, there's all kinds of fires all over. There's
actually
one very close with friends and mine. Cabins threatened. Fortunately, like my bosses, the Martinos, if I say a tile, their cabin got skipped, and the 2 cabins next to them got burned on either side. I mean, it's just like that, A couple other friends, same thing. Couple other ones I still don't really know right now. Then I get, connections with other friends that have lost stuff. My daughter Jessica's buddy Meatball, we call her, is actually sheltering animals from, because they have a couple acres of property from people up there in the mountains that have animals. They're giving them sanctuary and food and stuff. It's actually pretty crazy here. Not so much for us, but I don't care. I mean, I was working in Monterey last week, and that's like 200 miles away, and there was smoke from Oregon there, and there's smoke here. It's like, surreal, crazy. But it's kind of like, if you lived back east, you had a hurricane, or, I mean, this stuff happens. It's scary, It's, I don't know. For where I live in the city, not a problem, but.
Yeah, we were lucky. The 6 years we lived in Houston, we didn't have a single major storm. There's one that caused some flooding in some places that always flood. In fact, the underpasses in Houston have flood markers on them. Tell you how deep the water is going to be if you keep going. Like, if it's up to this marker at this side, it's going to be 11 feet if you keep going. So don't.
Don't drive. Don't drive.
Exactly. Because the whole place the water table is like 3 feet, and the whole place is covered in concrete. So there's no place for the water to go. But we never had anything real bad the whole 6 years we were there. And then as soon as we moved, Houston has just been hammered again and again and again. So we lucked out on that. Up here, we're pretty safe from common natural disasters, at least up here in the mountains of New Jersey. Had an earthquake down in central New Jersey, down around where the farmers live. Will and Bill Farmer, our series sponsor, by the way, Bill Farmer, putting up the hardware.
That's supposed to be California stuff. I mean,
it was a 3.9 or something like that.
A coworker said the other day, "Well, they've had everything else. I guess it's time for an earthquake now." As we get to go green, we might see an earthquake here. Tom Jackson saying Matt Watkins in 11th. Lest we not forget that guy. You think that guy's going to give up? The South Carolina native. I don't know where he lives now, but
I think he's still in South Carolina or North Carolina. One of the Carolinas. Oh, we got the 41 looking low on Keith Cordier going into 1. And Dan Jones can't quite hold the bottom there, and I think there's some slightly fresher tires on the 52, and Rick Johnson, he wants that lead, trying to bring Jordan McGregor and the 3 of Mark Vicenza along with him.
McGregor dominated the second half of this race.
Oh,
see if he can do it.
Couldn't quite get in there.
Rick Johnson right there.
Dan Jones cleared him into the tunnel turn just barely.
Dave Gentry is not lying about here. He's like, okay, it's time. I need one of these wins here. Dennis Balzar in the 60. Balls on, as I like to refer to the IMSA driver. There's a driver named Balls on. So he's Balzar, he's balls on here. And that 60 car, very capable in the mix here. Let's see what happens. 59, Ryan Johnson. Oh, the 007 hard into the wall.
00 Dan just got clobbered there in turn 1. And
race it back to the line.
Stop me if you've heard this before, but we are under caution.
First race of the season, Pocono. I'm not surprised at all. That's the thing as a driver. This is an endurance race for stock cars.
Looks like Jordan McGregor will reassert control of the lead. Interesting wrinkle this does bring up, though, is I think this final restart on this is going to happen inside the window. They took the caution there on lap 57. There's going to be at least 3 laps of caution We're going to take this restart.
Window
about
the
20
window.
to go. Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll have to see. Hope Dan Jones is okay. Good thing it's not real, but that's definitely going to be. Let's take a look at this replay and see what exactly happened.
I didn't actually see it happen live. I was responding to a text from my sister who is quietly watching there. Let's see.
What do you do now? You're in the window. Just a few laps. I don't know.
It looks like just as Dan got into the corner there and downshifted, kind of fell back and towards the 51, and they met in the middle of the corner.
That's what I see. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Jandry had a huge run. He got underneath Rick Johnson going in there, carried it down to the center, and was coming up as right as Dan shifted. I can't call it one way or the other, but they definitely met in the middle. It's tough there because you got to come off the bottom coming off the
Pit
corner.
stops for the leader. Dennis Balzar in the 60 out of P6 in the Winn-Dixie car down on pit road. What they gonna do? 2 tires on the right side. 2 tires for Dennis Balzar. In the 60, he's gonna get some spots here. This is a strategic move for the 60 car, and he's gonna pass all the leaders. They're getting 4. Dennis Balzar in the Ford, Winn-Dixie Ford, 2 tires. Not a bad idea, you know. Why not? But that should cycle him into well, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely comes out ahead of those leaders along with the guys that have not pitted yet. Huge gaggle of cars decided not to pit at this point.
We do have Dan Jones back up in the booth here with us. Dan, how's the car after that pretty hard left side slap there?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
As long as he didn't hit the spoiler or the right side, probably handle okay. I'd say you're definitely in the window now, or if not, you can top off and get there.
Got a clutch here.
Yeah,
you
these
got
guys
a
are
clutch.
clutching.
Gotta save fuel.
Well, since I'm so far back here, I'm just going to stop in again.
That is exactly what I would do. You're going to fall back from damage repair anyway.
Get some more fuel, yep.
Just be absolutely sure that you can make it without having to save anything. Yeah, lights aren't even out on the FSB pace car as this is the time for the lappers. I haven't paid much attention to Lucky Dog tonight because I'm not sure how many cars have managed to even go down
right now.
In fact, the first car lap down is retired.
Sticker to pecker right now, or you want to win this race. It's time to exert yourself here. Time is getting short.
I think the word you're looking for is assert.
Yeah, yeah, like that.
Although sometimes that does involve exertion.
McGregor been dominating this race for the 2/3 part of this race. Now he's got cars that did not pit in front of him. You got to expect that they're going to have to pit again. They could go the distance here, but trends. We don't have Larry McReynolds telling us the trends here, but the trends we're seeing in this race, we're probably going to have another caution. Field is still big, but if not, these guys up in front, if not, these guys from about 10th back could make it to the end.
I'm saying 19 with 22 laps to go, half a can for me. There's going to be probably another caution, so do I stick out?
Well, I'd say top one more time. Don't shift the tunnel turn. It's definitely going to make it even if it goes green. See, Mark DeSenza's coming in. The rocket in 3. Oh, he faked. He faked.
The Cadillac.
Ryan Johnson faked.
That's funny.
First taker is the 124.
I got that wrong.
124, Rick Castle is your first taker on pit road. All these guys hopping off one more time.
So you see what they're doing. McGregor, he's thinking there's going to be another caution. I can still move up to the front, and then everybody's going to have to pit.
I'll tell you something we haven't talked about tonight.
I got the best car out here tonight. The 30 Folgers car has been the stud of the race. So,
yeah, but look who we haven't talked about tonight, though. That 40 car of the Highwayman, Jim Christopherson.
Yeah, the Highwayman has definitely been slow and fast and sneaky.
Yeah, I don't think he's hit anything. The car looks good.
No,
he's in a good position.
Chilling like a villain, Matt Watkins, from death to there he is again. This guy just has a nose for the lead, and once he gets there, better watch out. But we got dynamics. We got pit dynamics all over the place here. I definitely need another beer for this. I'll be back.
Yeah, see, all these caution laps we've caused Milty to exhaust. It's usually inexhaustible supply of Budweiser. While lights are off on the FSB pace car, Chris Beckman in the 41 Lando Lakes Lumina shall lead us back to green. And Steve Weber hanging tough there with heavy back-end damage on the 83 machine. Looks like he is currently in about the 6th spot.
Oh, it's a gaggle of epic proportion here. 4 wide down the back straight. They get back in line. Even 2 wide, very precarious. Jordan McGregor, taking a look at him. This guy's really, he's trying to pass on the outside, following the 3 car. They got fresher tires, I think, and they're coming. And Rick Johnson right behind them, thinking the same thing. They're on different teams, so they're not talking about this, but Well, you know, the 3 is with the 52, but the 83
No, he's not.
wide up in the corner there. But wow, that was a pucker moment for Steve Weber. The big cactus was, I think he's blowing some cactus out there. 3 wide into the corner. That's what we're talking about, folks. Oh, we got Dave Jandry hard into the wall.
That could have been worse. That could have been worse.
That was a slap and tickle, but that was, I don't think it felt very good. Focusing on 3 cars here, Dennis Balzar trying to take a look at the 25 of Cordier. Definitely damaged, and Rick Johnson trying to follow through with the 59. You know what the 59 does? He finishes races, and we got a big
backwards in the wall. That's
the 60 almost loses it. Great save, but that's got to be a caution there. As who is that getting going? But
that was 115 of.
I think that was Dave Ellens. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Ellens. I saw just in the corner of the frame, going in there, that see the 3 had a run.
Oh, and Dennis Balzar gets in the back of the 25, coming back to the line. They're still racing back to the line. That's going to hurt the 60's chances here. That's a hard lick.
That's a real hard hit for 115 as well.
Oh, man. This is typical Pocono, though. I mean, first race of the season, to bring this stuff on you, this is a tough track. 40 cars out there, 30-something, whatever.
Best fun you could ever have for Sochi.
Yeah, but it's what you want, you know. You don't want 10 cars. You want...
Yeah, 6 cars, 10 cars. There's no fun watching.
Pro sim racing here, and
accidents are what people want to see.
Okay, so what do we got here? We got 16 to go.
I think everybody who pitted last time should be able to make it.
We got cars pitting, though, but those are back markers, I think.
Or possibly ones that had stayed out. Real question is going to be, I think short runs are going to help that 15 car, because if he has light damage, it's not going to really affect him on the short run.
Yeah, we saw what is, but we saw how he orchestrated. That's what Matt Watkins does, you know. I mean, his strategy. Look, it's one thing if you have somebody
pitting. Not pitting.
Oh,
I
Steve
love
Weber
it.
down pit road.
You suckers.
Well, look,
just say that?
you know, tires are going to be an issue. There's enough laps left where...
I think, I know...
And enough guys on the lead lap where they're not going to lose a lot of time from that spot. They're going to come right back out where they were, but with better tires, so...
Need more and better tires on this track, I think.
Yeah, you're 10th place beyond, and that's what they did. They boxed. Jordan McGregor back up to P3 there. Rick Johnson P4. The great Mark DeCenza P2. But
look at that Jim Christopherson.
That guy all night.
I don't know where.
Christopherson. Well, he's not out nowhere now. We've got to see him enough to know that he is no smoke and mirrors anymore, or a lucky winner. he's a pro sim racer at the greatest level, and he has proved that and won races, got podiums, and I think this is now his second year in the league or third.
He was here for a bit, and then had to leave and take care of some life. But
well, that's typical for everybody. But
absolutely,
when you get guys that are able to actually practice and prepare for races, and that happens to all these guys and all of us in life, me included, definitely. My sim racing career is definitely depends on, a lot of things,
Well, we've got 15 to go, and we just crossed the 2-hour mark. Okay. Let's think green here for a nice quick finish there, and we can have this thing done
before let's midnight. Think excitement. Yeah. I got nothing better to do. I know the YouTube broadcast will take a while to upload, and
I mean, it is being directly piped to YouTube. It takes a while to process full quality.
But what I want to see is some action here.
Wow, I'm just saying a splash, and I went in twice to top off.
So they're still from the cockpit of the 007, who is pitted twice. These leaders can't make it, or it's going to be really close.
Really close.
This is Hollywood stuff here, These guys are clutching on the straightaway. You can't shut the motor off like you can for real, and so what you do is you pop the clutch in and let the car roll and then pick it up. That's how you can save fuel in this sim. So
my teammate there, Shawn's one of the best.
I have been accused of having an auxiliary gas tank before.
There's roll bars. I told him to check.
You're a brainiac at the wheel.
Ryan Johnson there at 59.
There are drivers, and then there are drivers that are also brainiacs, and I'm definitely not one of those.
I can't think on the go, Shawn.
Heck no, man. What should I do? I need somebody to tell me what to do, because I'm way too excited. I'm just way too focused. I'm thinking about the next corner. I'm just not that guy, There are drivers that are like that. Shawn is definitely one of those guys that can do the numbers on the fly,
Well, 59 car, you see right there ahead of 007, doing the clutching in the access roads. Our series admin, Ryan Johnson, he's another one who...
He's one of the best, too.
He's good at making fuel as the car rolls.
Well, Tom Jackson was saying he jinxed the 115 from the chat window. So not only does the broadcasters have ultimate power, so do the fans.
Well, my sister jinxed Dan because she was typing out to text me that she likes the 007 car, and before she could hit send.
This is about to get good. Mark DeSin's a heart attack. A guy I've known for like 15 years. Raced with him in different leagues. Our league, and before a co-founder of FSB, Dan Smith, a guy I looked up to, always liked this guy. I hoped he would eventually find his way to this league, and he did. A champion, great person. I mean, you cannot. I can't think of the word here. The good things you cannot say about this guy would not do it justice, but he's also got a race to win here, and he is right there. He's back on form, 100%. Obviously feeling good, and you can see it by his his first race of the season, but finishing last year He was strong as heck, and he's all over the 40s. Give him a little, getting up on him there, telling him, okay, dude, we're getting ready to go green here. Let's see how this goes. The 30 car, Jordan, my Donkey Bob teammate, I expect good things here from him, but we'll see what he can do.
We are back to green here with the Highwayman leading them off to turn 1 with 13 laps to go. We got the dog cheering for the dent.
Gotta feel like the 51 has some damage there, so Rick Johnson needs to get by him quickly, and he does. Now he's looking at the 30. Rick Johnson is a passive guy when it comes to normally running a plan, but when it's time to go, the 52 will go. I guarantee it. He can wipe out.
Going for the outside.
He can reinvent himself. And this is exactly what they need. The 3 on the outside.
Teammate Jordan McGregor wants to push him.
But he gets loose in front of the 30. Oh, my gosh. That was precarious at best. But the 40 lost momentum on the inside there. That could be tires,
I think it is the tires, plus the draft. The draft help that he got from teammate.
In the lead. Oh, big stack up behind the 40. Really upsets the 52 and
51 saves it down the bottom, but he's going to lose a ton of positions.
And Brian Johnson, too. And caution again.
I don't even know what that was for.
I don't know, man, but this thing's getting crazy. This plays into the hands of the guys that pitted. Jordan McGregor, this is right what he wants to see here. But Mark DeCenza, you will not find in the history of sim racing a guy that's harder to pass for the win at the end. Mark DeCenza will not give it to you. You will have to earn it. I guarantee that. The 3 car, he's sitting here right now like, I'm going to win this stinking race here. I guarantee that.
Well, here's the source, and it's the badly damaged 115 just gets into turn 3 and whips it around.
Once these cars get damaged, they're a freaking handful,
Especially on the back.
He's trying to get points and trying to, it's first race of the season. He's still within the rules. I mean, two incidents, you're out. Just trying to grab that thing with 2 hands, and it went around on him. A tough night for, Dave Ellens he's a badass, man. He's a pro. He's a serious dude, serious driver. It just has not, in this league, I mean, Dan, you can attest. You're a stud. At this level, this is the best drivers in the world at NASCAR 2003. And if anybody wants to, it's not other sims or whatever, but at this level, with these fixed setups, come in here and try to beat these guys. I dare you. You can make me say that I'm wrong. Then they aren't the best in the world, but I don't think so. Nobody has come up and beat these guys yet.
Meanwhile, this is our 11th caution flag of the night. But we're inside 10 laps to go here. So you're going to see lap cars, if there are any, off the pit and get to the back of the field. It's getting down to business here, even as these cautions pile up.
Next caution might be it, right?
We're gonna take this restart.
I mean, do you hang it out there? I think you do. I mean,
yep.
Which could very easily lead to another.
You can't just drive it in there and wreck because you got a what is it, 12-week season here?
Yep.
If you want to win a championship or win a trophy, they got trophies for this stuff,
With less than 10 to go here, your most laps led leader has been Jordan McGregor with 22, followed by Chris Beckman with 19. Your leader in pit stops has been Johnny Doucette, who has somehow managed to pit 18 times tonight.
18 times?
18.
My God. Wow. That's going to set the budget back a bit on tires.
Oh, seriously.
Well, we have no tire limits here in FSB sim racing, unlike like trucks or even the major real series, Well,
Johnny,
I'm sitting here looking at the 59 former champion, also your series admin, Ryan Johnson. New paint job, very snazzy, and he do what he do, and there he is at the end of the race. We know about his son. That guy's pretty good. He shows up every now and then, kicks the crap out of everybody.
No. Isaac's not just good; he's alien.
And then he disappears, goes back to college. But that kid, good. But Daddy, he finances like they're. You look on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
Go-karting.
They do major. He finances and does the work for that. And by the way, he's a pretty good driver. He reminds me of me,
Everybody reminds you of you, Milty.
No, but this guy, he just kind of, I would never even think of being as fast as some of these guys, but this guy knows how to races, and there he is.
Smart driver. He's good at keeping the car clean, and I think he's
that guy
to do that
you
tonight.
say, where did he come from?
Also very good at saving.
Well, racecraft is, and luck too, these guys are pros, man. You're seeing it, seeing crashes, first race this season, but this is Pocono,
I think we're going to take the restart on lap 74, so yeah, next caution could very well end this. Hopefully it doesn't make anybody too desperate, as Dog says Johnny Doucette must be thinking in metric, pitting in metric.
Well, I have teammates that run in kilometers in our road races. I'm like, what the heck is that?
Well, I guess if the pit crew kept giving them 22 liters instead of gallons of gas, that could be a problem.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means,
Liters are less than gallons.
We need to speak in English here.
We measure our fuel in freedom units, gosh darn it. The lights are out on the FSB pace car, and we are getting punchy. I'm not even drinking tonight. I would be under the table right now.
It up for you, definitely. I'm pounding them down. So
if I was keeping
look at that guy in the 3-car. I cannot tell you how much I love this guy. We live all the way across the country. He lives in New Jersey, like you,
He's
or
in
New York, or
New York State.
But I've known this guy for 15 years. I've raced against him for so many years. Just a wonderful person and great driver. Back in the day, always matched myself against this guy in the 3-car. Never had this any different paint than that. You'll never see him run anything but that color right there.
Yep.
Health problems, recovery. You seen him on the track. He was like, that's not really Mark DeCenza like I know him when I raced against him. Yeah, now you got the young buck behind him there, Jordan, my Donkey Bob teammate. This young fella he races at Hobo. He races everything that's out there that means anything. Professional sim racing, iRacing, and this young fella is, I'm not going to call him a kid because, I mean,
he's in his 30s.
He's in his 30s, but he's young. This young man is a seriously good guy, a seriously good driver. We're about to see lights are off on the pace car. Going to come up on 7 to go. Let's let the action speak for itself. The veteran Mark DeCenza is going to take him down. Jordan, a really good jump right there from the 30.
Like 41 and Chris
Very
Beckman.
Clean. That was a great start from the 30. He's going to take him down low, or maybe not. They're going to battle in turn 1 side by side. It's still side by side.
Momentum in the draft can make a huge difference here.
The 3-car powers out of the corner. The 30's still down low. Can they back it up? The 52 trying to get there. Trying to work on the 40, but side by side, the 3's hanging it out there. That's Mark DeCenza, old school. The 30 tries to drive it into turn 3, but very good backing up the corner there. That's what you need to do. 6 to go.
Did not think he was going to hold that
off the corner, though. That 30 Folgers car got... Look, this young man knows what to do, and he's got that run again. The veteran's going to drive it in hard outside. He's going to have a car length. He's going to have a car length just side by side. Side by side, down the back straight to the short chute into the tunnel corner. How do you go through here side by side? That's how you do it.
You can be as good as these two.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's... When you're a driver, he has to back it off. Wow. Come on, come on. Oh, he's got to back this up here a little bit. Right on his tail. Mark DeCenza, the veteran's going to know. He defends low. He knows that turn 3 exit. Gets a great exit. The Wrangler Chevrolet hauling ass down the straightaway. Everybody right behind him. This isn't over. Anybody can make a mistake. Takes that low line defend, which I would do. Because you can still come out outside and you block the run. Here comes Rick Johnson past the 41 car. Rick Johnson taking a look at the 40. He can't make that happen. Rick Johnson's got the bit between his teeth. He's trying into the turn 3 corner here. It's a great passing place. Still, these guys, Jordan trying to set up the 3 here.
Well, the 41 of Chris Beckman's been on the move since this restart, and he is looking to get
side
places.
By side down the straightaway. That was a good exit. Everything into turn 1 develops off of turn 3. He's been working this for the last 3 laps. And he makes...
This could be the run, but here comes the 3 on the high side. He's going to get the push from the highwayman.
It's still side by side into the tunnel turn. Side by side, then lets the rest of the guys get up there.
Now look at Jim Christopherson.
Knows he's worked this.
He was working both sides of the draft there, trying to keep those cars side by side.
Badass, man.
That's something you can do there. You want those cars in front of you side by side into the tunnel turn.
That hurt the 30 there, though, with trying to make that move a little bit, but he's got time. He's got time. The 3, a veteran. Mark knows, defend that inside on turn 2 and get that good exit. Block. I mean, there's only so many lines there. You don't have to block. You just have to execute the veteran down through 3. No pressure. Look, kid, I've done this a bunch of times. Excuse me, turn 2. Now down in the third, turn 3. Same thing. You want to defend low. Get that good exit. Christopherson right there. Rick Johnson.
Oh, he goes in a little too deep into 3. This is going to give Jordan a big run.
But when you do that, you can get a better exit out. As a veteran, he knows that. Let the car roll a little bit, but then he gets that momentum. But the 30 has a run on him.
2 to go.
Beckman still right in the fight here. And Ryan Johnson.
Beckman might have run on the... 52 catches the wall.
Rick you don't think these guys are hanging it out? This is for the win here, right here. Mark DeCenza, the vet. How many times has he won this race in CC racing and FSB? This guy knows pressure. He feels it when he's on his game, with all the health problems he's had. And then now he's back on top.
In the air.
White flag. But he's got the young stud here. 1 to go.
One more time around.
Any mistake here will give these other guys. Now you got Christopherson and you got
Beckman.
Beckman all night. These have been the
Ryan Johnson slipped into the top 5 right there. Here. Ryan Johnson also passed on that mistake by Rick Johnson.
The 007 still in the mix, up against the wall. He's battling for 5th or 6th with Matt Watkins there. Lest we forget that guy, but I think with the damage a little bit, Matt Watkins not able to compete. Pass for 3rd place.
Oh, McGregor just dives it in there.
41 here. This is for the podium here. Looks like it's going to...
And it's going to go to Christopherson.
It's definitely going to be the 3 car wins the race. Christopherson gets on the podium with a great battle with Beckman there. That was a wonderful battle. What'd I say? This shit would be good at the end. Yeah.
So there you have it. Mark DeCenza.
There you got it.
Jordan McGregor. Jim Christopherson.
How about that 3 car winning the race? Are you kidding me? This guy almost died last year, you know? He had a heart attack.
Chris Beckman 4th. Gave it a great run there, trying for the podium. Ryan Johnson, just an absolute professional run there. Just stuck it out. Kept the car clean. There at the end for a top 5.
So much prop to those guys. Whoever they're behind them, well, you expect nothing less from the big cactus. He knows how to finish.
Yeah, Steve Weber 12th.
Top 10.
I used 12th with that damaged car.
Wow.
Well, we'll have Milty gather up our podium finishers there.
Okie dokie.
Run through the final finishing order here. Again, your winner, Mark DeSenza. Jordan McGregor, second. Jim Christopherson, third. Chris Beckman, fourth. Ryan Johnson, fifth, as we covered already. Rick Johnson with that hard right side damage there near the end. Ends up bringing it home sixth. Jason Dulfer, great run in the 63 car for seventh. Matt Watkins, 15th. The 15 car in eighth spot. Bounces back for a top 10 after a pretty hard wreck. Dan Jones also sticking it out for a top 10 finish there in the 007. Rick Castle rounds out your top 10. Dennis Balsar made up some ground there. Got 11th, 60. Steve Weber brings a badly damaged car home 12th. Lucky 13th for the 101 of Jeff Habak. Johnny Doucette, despite pitting 19 times, according to GNL TV here, brings the 58 car home 14th. Francis Dittman in his return to Friday nights puts the 00 Pepsi machine 15th, and he pops Margison, Matt Stewart, Keith Cordier, TG Reese rounding out your running cars at the end. Dave Jandry lost an engine there near the end. We missed that. He was strong all night, but ends up 20th. And a whole lot of cars retired after that for accidents, engines blown, possibly some 2NC retirements thrown in there. But that will put a wrap on the race for tonight, as again Milty's gathering up our podium finishers. And Dan Jones, man, you gave it a shot. Just got a little banged up there at the end.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that top 10. Coming back like I did, and I was back in 19th there for a while.
Yeah, it's a good points run. It's a good way to start the season with a top 10 and some laps led.
Yep, that's all I need, right? Consistent top 10s, top 5s, that's all I need.
Yeah, just keep piling those up, and that usually makes for a good season.
I don't think I'm going to win a race here. I wasn't planning on tonight. So being up at the front there, I was just happy to be in there.
What did I tell the fans? Stay tuned, because this stuff is going to get very interesting at the end, and of course it did, like every race.
Good job, you guys. Good show.
Marky D, dude, wow. From heart attack to race winner again, and just so happy for you. You're back on point. I guess we're supposed to start with P3
we
first,
start
right?
with P3 there, yeah.
All right, so we'll start with P3.
The Highwayman.
Jim, man, dude.
You were quiet all night. We hardly talked about you for the first 3/4 of the race. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Where's that Western Auto Chevy?
Good job.
With the way those cautions were going, it's just you're constantly trying to figure out in your head, when do I need to pit? When do I need to come back out again? And it was swapping every time about 2 or 3 pit strategies going on there, I think.
Yeah, at least.
Exactly, but
and then there's Johnny Doucette, who, by the way, I said this in the broadcast, you probably didn't hear, but he pitted 19 times according to my scoring software, so I gotta find out what that was all about.
Well, what we've seen from Jim is constant. Now we're seeing race wins, and we've seen constant right up there in the top 10, and great strategy. And but this race was crazy, man. I mean, trying to figure it out and getting it lined up with Matt Watkins trying to long pit there, and he had a damaged car, but and Rick Johnson, but you guys pretty much handled those guys, and Jordan pretty much had the second half of the race there, but then Mark made that move, but Jim, you definitely were. You handled everything that was in front of you and made the best of it, and then made a couple moves there at the end to get on the podium.
Yeah,
yep. Awesome job, man.
I did the best of what I could. I had older tires. Both Mark and Jordan had better tires. I had a little bit of a run on Jordan there going into the tunnel turn on that last thing, and I had to blow it up a little bit. I didn't want to dive bomb. And man, did Beckman get a run coming in 3. That was an awesome race with that finish there on the end. But had a lot of fun. As long as I finished top 5, I'm a happy camper.
Well, and the thing is what you showed me is you're clean racing, and win some, you lose some, but you're always. I mean, every time I see the 40 car, I'm starting to think this guy is really good, and he's got experience. He's a pro, and you proved that again. That was great driving through a cluster of a race.
Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to both my mom and dad who are watching from Rochelle, Illinois.
Oh, hi, Mom and Dad.
Hey, Jim, I would have slowed down then. You could have.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have slowed down.
Yeah, but that's cool. Mom and Dad, say hi on the chat if sometime next race or whatever. We'd love to hear from them.
I got to teach them how to log on to chat, but they're watching for sure live. I know that.
Awesome.
Sweet. Well,
great job, buddy.
Great run, Jim.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, if he wasn't going to let up for his teammate, he sure wasn't going to let up for you. And that teammate gave him, he made him earn that one. Jordan McGregor coming back again here around the full season this time, hopefully. Hint, hint. And he made Rocket earn that one. Good job there. Jordan, tell us about your run, bud.
Yeah, thanks, Shawn. That track is so tough to pass at. Mark and I talked throughout the whole race. It was going to be whoever's out front was going to win. And there's drivers that you come across in this sim and other sims really, but your Mark DeSenzas, your Slim Jim Gately's, your Matt Watkins, you're not going to pass them for the lead.
They're good.
Yeah, we had a good battle there. I couldn't get any help from behind. I think that was my biggest challenge there. Is I'd get under him and I'd come off the corner, and he had the push. So overall, it was just a great race. Got to congratulate Mark on that. He earned it. That was a heck of a win.
Well, I can tell you, Jim was doing exactly what I would have done in his spot, and he was working both sides when you guys were side by side, trying to pull you up to him. So that's why you couldn't get help.
Exactly. I kind of want you guys going in that tunnel turn side by side.
You did a good job, Jim. Don't worry.
all three of you would have done the same thing. No, apologize.
That was
great run, Jordan.
Great racing.
And man, the Rocket, what can we say? We haven't already. Just a dominant performance there at the end when it counted, and looking like you're starting off in championship form, bud.
Yeah. First, Jim, great run. Yeah, Jordan, good job. Yeah, we had a hell of a battle there. 5 to go there, and I cut him off a little bit there in the tunnel turn there. At one time, thought I was a little farther ahead than I was, but other than that, yeah, I had a blast, and kind of sorry to the 115. I don't really know what happened. I think I got into him. I'll have to look at the replay there, but
it was too close to call.
It just, I don't know what happened, but he was running good, and also the 51 was running good tonight as well. And congratulations to Ryan. He was right up there too. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and Jordan gave me a little slack there, side by side with him, but all in all, it was a blast.
Well, that was, in my opinion, that was good, smart racing, and I expect that from Jordan, and of course,
absolutely.
I've seen you in the past, and know what a great champion you are, and to see you back on form like this against these young studs and really giving the stick to them. That's really well.
And they look like that, but
you know what? You won the race. You can. Next week it's going to be different. They're going to be gunning for you. So
absolutely.
Let's see where we are next week too.
But this week, that was Mark DeSenza. I mean, health problems you've had.
Well, me and Jordan went side by side for a couple of laps. That was tough.
And then seeing you, I go, that's the Mark DeSenza I remember.
Next week,
this guy in front, when he's in front, you better watch out, man.
Next week is anyone's game because it's Daytona. Gonna go super speedway racing. I will be disappointed if it's anything less than a repeat of Jim's 4-wide win at Talladega.
It's gonna be.
Doesn't have to be Jim as long as you're 4-wide.
That's going to be hard to beat, but I'll take it.
After that, Atlanta 97, so some fast tracks coming up here in the coming weeks.
Couple laps there, me and Jordan were side by side. That was a blast. I mean, once he got on the inside, I thought it was toast, but I kind of, he gave me plenty of room coming off the corner and everything, and just
great racecraft.
Is really what helped me, because once he got under me, I really thought it was toast.
Well, great job, everybody. So put a bow on this season opener here. Thanks, everybody, for coming up and talking to us.
That's what we advertise. That's
Thank
the
you
show
guys,
we
too.
advertise.
You guys do a heck of a job, man.
Folks.
Week in, week out.
So again, thanks our podium finishers here: Jim the Highwayman Christopherson, the unnicknamed Jordan McGregor. We got to work on that, and Mark the Rocket DeSenza.
You can name Jordan fast.
I don't know. He doesn't. You know
Air
what?
Jordan.
He doesn't
there
really
you go.
need a nickname.
Air Jordan.
I would say, that was the nickname I gave him when he signed with us with Donkey Bop, was Air Jordan. So we can call him that. Yeah.
Best part of the race to me was side by side with Jordan there for a couple laps. That was the absolute best. No matter where I finished, first, second, didn't matter.
He's pretty good.
Thanks as always, my buddy and my partner in crime here, Milt Minter Jr. joined me. I couldn't do it without you. It'd be a lot of dead air while I fiddled with buttons. Thanks as always, our series admin Ryan Johnson had the points up before we even got to the post-race show. Even though it's just the first week and we knew what the points are going to be, I appreciate that he does that every week. One of the hardest working admins in sim racing, Ryan Johnson there. Our series sponsor, Bill Farmer. Bill Farmer, hope you guys are enjoying your camping trip and will be back with us next week. Thanks for putting up the trophy there. And of course, the league promoter, as he prefers to be called, Sam Young, keeping the show running, keeping these doors open. 17 years of NASCAR 2003. We're still doing it. We're still doing it here. That's awesome. And of course, thanks all you guys joining us out in YouTube, chatting with us, watching the race.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Friends, cousins, family,
dogs, whatever. We're not picky.
Yep.
We'll take them all, but thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next week for Daytona. But for FSB